5 red flags she's not serious about your relationship. Hey everyone. Whether you've just started dating someone or you've been together for quite some time, it's important to be aware of certain warning signs that might indicate she's not genuinely serious about you. I understand that many guys find it hard to admit this, but deep down, you're probably looking for someone truly special. Sure, casual one-night stands can be fun or serve as temporary distractions, but your real goal is to find that one person with whom you can build a meaningful, lasting relationship, especially if you're tuning into my channel. If you're here, it likely means you're interested in finding a good woman who you can connect with on a deeper level. To do that, you need to be able to recognize the signs of someone who might be wasting your time, particularly those who are good at hiding their true intentions. Often, guys meet a woman they think is perfect for a serious relationship, she seems wonderful, and they imagine a future together. But unfortunately, many end up heartbroken because they didn't see the warning signs early on. Looking back, they realize she was a time waster from the very beginning. I want to make sure that doesn't happen to you, and maybe it already has, so I'm here to help you avoid repeating the same mistakes. Since you're watching my channel, I know you're a good guy who deserves to find a truly great woman. The good news is, spotting these signs is actually quite straightforward, if you pay close attention to her actions and behavior. Now, number 5 on this list is particularly sneaky and can cause serious damage if you're not careful, so be sure to stay tuned until the end to learn what that one is. For those new here, my name is Anna Jorgensen, and welcome to Just the Tip. Some of these signs that she's not genuinely serious about you might seem obvious at first glance, but others are more subtle and require a keen eye. First sign she talks about the future using only herself in the conversation. For example, she might say, I've always wanted to go to Spain someday, or, I'll go there, without mentioning you or suggesting that you might go together. This indicates she doesn't see you as part of her future, at least not subconsciously. Even if she mentions traveling with you, it's not a clear indication she's committed to a serious relationship. She might simply be talking about her own plans. Second sign she avoids discussing the status or direction of your relationship. If you're the one often bringing up where things are headed, asking questions like, how do you feel about us? And she consistently changes the subject or dismisses the conversation, it's a red flag. It could mean she's not ready for something serious, or perhaps she perceives you as too needy. Sometimes, she might just be waiting for something to change, like someone else she's interested in, or waiting for her ex to get back in touch. Example you might say, we've been together for a while now, how do you feel about that? If she responds with a quick, I'm good, and then shifts the topic without asking about your feelings, it suggests she's either selfish or simply doesn't want to engage in that kind of conversation. It's a sign she might not be genuinely invested or serious about the relationship. Third sign she's only in it for her own benefit and doesn't show genuine interest in building a future with you. Recognizing these signs early can save you from heartbreak and wasted time. Keep paying attention to her words and actions, and trust your instincts. The goal is to find someone who truly values and respects you, and who envisions a future together, someone who's serious about building a real connection. On the other hand, she may be focused on progressing in her life, but only as long as her needs are being met. If she is relying on you for financial support, struggles with being alone, or is simply waiting to transition to the next relationship, she might initially appear very sweet and accommodating. However, the moment the financial support ceases or she discovers a more appealing option, she could quickly exit the relationship. For instance, when you generously spend your hard-earned money on her, she may express gratitude and be very giving in return. Yet, if an unexpected financial burden arises and you need to tighten your budget for a while, her demeanor may shift, she could become irritable and less available in various aspects of the relationship. The next sign can be a bit more challenging to identify, which is when she tends to exclude you from her social circle, including friends and family. This behavior can be subtle because she might be perfectly comfortable spending time with your friends and family, making it easy for you to overlook her lack of inclusion. She might offer excuses like, my family is quite dramatic and you wouldn't enjoy it, or, I'm just hanging out with the girls, which can mask the fact that she is not inviting you into her life. This exclusion is significant because if the relationship were to end due to her lack of seriousness about you, she wouldn't have to worry about sharing her social connections with you. She can simply walk away without the concern of her friends or family taking sides. For example, if she plans to meet up with friends and you express a desire to join, she might dismiss you by saying, "You'd be bored," or "It's all girl talk," even if it's a mixed-gender gathering. This is a red flag. While it's perfectly acceptable for her to have friends she spends time with independently, if you are consistently left out of her social life and never get the chance to meet her friends or family, it could indicate that she doesn't view you as a long-term partner. The most complex sign to recognize is when she exhibits a hot and cold behavior. One moment, she may be fully engaged, showering you with affection and fulfilling your desires in a partner, and the next, she might become distant or emotionally unavailable. This inconsistency can be confusing. There are several reasons why a woman might behave this way. One possibility is that she simply isn't that invested in the relationship. If she is unsure about her feelings for you, she may struggle with internal conflicts regarding the relationship and might not want to let you get too close, especially if she doesn't envision a long-term future together. Regardless of how perfect the relationship may appear on the surface, if she isn't genuinely feeling it, you may find yourself on an emotional roller coaster. You could be left questioning from day to day whether she truly wants to be with you. If things seem to be going well, you might feel an urge to spend more time with her, hoping that she will eventually become more committed. However, this hot and cold behavior can be a sign of deeper issues that need to be addressed. The unpredictable nature of her behavior, fluctuating between warmth and aloofness, might leave you feeling bewildered and wondering if you've done something wrong. You could find yourself going above and beyond, making every effort to win her over, only to realize that, despite your best efforts, she doesn't seem to be equally invested in the relationship. This situation can be particularly tricky to navigate because some individuals are adept at manipulating others, perhaps even someone like you, using these hot and cold tactics. They draw you in close, making you feel like everything is perfect between you, only to suddenly withdraw, becoming distant and cold again. This emotional rollercoaster can be incredibly disorienting and, if you've ever experienced it, you're probably all too familiar with the feeling. She might appear to be genuinely confused by her own actions, but more often than not, she's fully aware of what she's doing, even if she's unwilling to acknowledge it, even to herself. In fact, some people actually enjoy this kind of manipulation and might even be playing the same game with multiple partners simultaneously. This pattern can persist for an extended period, sometimes stretching on for months or even years, and it rarely culminates in a positive outcome. Looking back, you might be left with a sense of regret and bitterness, realizing that you could have invested that time and energy in someone who was genuinely interested in you. Of course, sometimes these shifts in behavior can be quite subtle, making it difficult to pinpoint exactly what's going on. You might just have a vague feeling that something isn't quite right. However, once you gain a deeper understanding of how this dynamic operates, you'll be able to identify it from a mile away. So, if you want to spare yourself from those confusing, lonely nights spent at home, agonizing over what's happening, you'll definitely want to check out my video on the reasons behind this hot and cold behavior in women and the steps you can take to address it. The examples of these hot and cold patterns presented in that video will provide you with valuable insights, helping you to recognize the warning signs in your own relationship, so you can protect yourself emotionally and move forward. Go ahead and watch that video right now. Thank you for joining me, and may God bless you.